Fooled my cheating soon-to-be ex-wife into thinking I was cheating, then ghosted her. Part 2. It's at this point that I tell my best friend what I had found. He asked me did I confront her with what I had, and I said no because I felt like it wasn't enough. That's when he told me about an app that I could download to apparently spy on her communications in real time. I won't say the name as I don't know the rules about recommending spy apps, haha. I got it installed, sync up my data plan, and waited. Within days of doing so, I finally saw it, a text string between the two of them talking about how much fun they'd had the previous night, and making plans to do it again that weekend. Boom. Gut punch. To say I was completely devastated was an understatement. I guess that moment counts as my D-Day, and for the next 2 days after I was just broken. I actively distanced myself from her those 2 days, which she was noticeably shaking by. She'd try to console me and ask me what was wrong, but I'd brush it off and leave her presence. I couldn't even look at her. This woman, who I gave 23 years of my life to, who I have given everything I could and more to as a husband, and she stepped outside of her marriage for a guy just 5 years older than our eldest son. By the 3rd day, I wasn't even sad anymore. I was pissed. I contacted my friend to let him know my suspicion was confirmed, and he asked me had I confronted her yet. My answer was no, and I told him I wanted payback. I didn't want to just divorce her, I wanted to destroy her. I wanted to leave her life in shambles and effing ruin her. It was going to take time to do so, and I devised a plan. In my readings and research on infidelity, I had saw a quote that resonated with me that went the enemy of infidelity is unpredictability, or something to that ilk. That was going to be the basis of my plan. I was going to make her life hell on wheels, while also secretly planning my exit strategy. So we're now in early June, and I've still got the app installed. Pretty much every night, I'm gathering as much data as I can, seeing their back and forth messages. They're talking like it's a full-blown relationship they're in. Lovey-dovey romantic stuff, pictures, the whole effing bag. At that point I had stopped looking at any of it. I was just collecting info and cataloging on my private server. Meanwhile, I start doing things out of the ordinary. I start going out at odd times. I start coming home even later than she does. In her presence, I'm on my phone a lot more than usual, and when she asks what are you up to, I just simply say just stuff and put my phone away. I'd also changed my login info and everything, so she couldn't access any of my stuff. Mind you, for our entire marriage, we'd never hid anything from each other. But right around I'm assuming the start of our affair, she'd changed her password on Facebook, as well as on her phone, stating she had to because of the security breaches in recent months. Yay. Really nice cover for hiding your affair from your husband. Anyway, I'd clue my friend in on my plan, as well as telling my older sister and 2 more of my closest friends what was going on. These are people I trust with my life, and I swore them to secrecy. July comes, and my wife is in full paranoia mode. She's texting and calling me a lot more frequently now, asking me if I'm going to be home when she gets home. When am I coming home while she is and I'm not? Asking me what am I up to? The works. I can see the seed planted in her head the month prior is starting to sprout, especially in her communication with the guy she's cheating on me with. She's confiding in him her doubt and confusion, telling him that I'm getting cold and distant. The effing nerve of this woman. In the interim of these interactions with the dude, she suggests that maybe they should stop meeting up at our house because she has no idea if I'd just show up, confirming that yes. She said this douchebag in my home. The audacity. He asked her in that specific communication was she worried about me potentially cheating on her, which actually pissed her off. I can't even begin to describe the level of joy and how many laughs I got out of reading that exchange. My cheating wife arguing with her affair partner over if she's mad her husband could be cheating on her. Oh, the effing irony. Now bear in mind, I'm not hooking up with anyone. When I leave, I'm usually at my friend's house or at the gym or whatever. We'll fast forward now to October. That's when things seriously pick up. I've been in my fake affair for 3 months now, and my wife is hyper aware of the fact that I'm actively pulling away from her. It's been as long as the day I enacted my plan until the day she confronted me, October 20th, 2020, that I'd even touched her. No hugs. No kisses. No initiation of intimacy. Nothing. Not like she needed it. She was still cheating on me, just at his place or at motels. So that afternoon, she calls me at work, which wasn't rare before all this began, but certainly hadn't happened in a while, and asks me to come straight home after work, saying she had something important to tell me. I'm not gonna lie to you all, I half believed she was going to come clean about her infidelity, but she of course didn't. Instead, I get home to her asking me was I unhappy with her. The effing nerve. She cites the fact that I've been spending way too much time away from home, I don't show her affection anymore, and our intimate life has completely died.